Incremental greetings. Let's continue the Supermemo course, the Pleasurable expansion. So we have worked with templates, now finally with images, how we can import them and so on. But now that we have the images already, how we can process those images. Zoom and trim, crop, and all of that. So let's dig into that. Now we are slightly out of context. This is the advanced templates already. In this case, he imported already one picture with a train that he got from the internet.
Options, right? You have zoom and trim, and you can select the piece. You can also unzoom.
That is the default. It's like I think it's like H2 undo is the opposite effect.
Okay.
So zoom and trim zooms in a specific subset of the image, and if this was zoomed in already, you can zoom out. So go into the original image.
So zoom and trim. This should. Okay. Now it shows the. So and here you have your zoomed image. Okay.
Pay attention to the background color. Pay attention to the border color. You will notice that it will be changing colors. Now it's green.
It doesn't it's nothing big.
By the way, there's something called image extract. We won't cover this now, but just to let you know that when you make an extract, it's not limited to just text, as you may think. It's also images and also videos.
We can not make extracts on this. Crop is the same thing of zoom and trim, but it crops the image. Do you want to replace the file?
It's the same. Well, there's a significant semantic difference. Crop is that forever. So the image, the image file, like in your computer, will be cropped. So any other element that is linking this element member will have the image cropped. It's a new image, let's say. If you just zoom in, that means for this particular element, you will see this image in this condition, in this zoomed in condition, without affecting any other element that links the same image. The other elements could be zoomed in a different place or not zoom in at all. That's the beauty of this feature.
See? No, we don't want to, because we would be cropping into this, to this image, becoming that image. Clone is, let's see what hint says. Create a new copy of the same image in the registry.
Yes. Why you may want to clone that? Precisely if you want to have both copies. Could be the case that I have the entire picture, but I also want a subset of that picture on its own, cropped, instead of zooming in every single time. This is especially useful for diagrams. Let me Google something. Oh, nice. That may be a good example. So I have the entire image. But perhaps I want only one section. I can do that. Actually, let me do that. Copy. Let me go to Supermemo. Okay. So let's follow this example. Cool. Let's follow this example. So now is I only care about the lateral view for now. So what I can do is right click. Now image and zoom. And I only select this part, lateral view. Boom. Now I can duplicate this, and now I want, let me retype this, brain lateral. Now I want this to be a different one. Oh, do you see now it's red? The border red means it's zoomed in. I can actually undo this and zoom, and the red border is gone. Now let me actually duplicate this several times for my convenience. So now I will do the sagittal view, and I will zoom in this view. Boom. Now the next, that will be the superior. So I'm dividing this image into 4. But in reality, what? Sorry, my mistake. And that will be inferior. That's one use case of this feature. But what happens in this case? I'm getting rid of the legend first. Now, in nowhere, I have this image complete. All of the 4 options I have are zoomed in. But if I go to the image and links registry member, I see the entire thing. And I know that those 4 topics are using this image, even though every single topic has this zoomed in. But as a side effect, I don't see the legend. So it kind of defeats the purpose at some degree, especially for those numbers that don't have any arrow. Doesn't tell me what it is. Now perhaps I want this flow because now I will do what's called image occlusion, which we will see much later in this section of the course. Or could be that it just is not the main sauce. That let me apply the template now. That no, it's about the reading, and this is just one of the images. And in this case, I want to specify the sagittal view. But here I will have a full-fledged text. Or less, this will be kind of dummy, but this to prove my point. So imagine is this. So I have the basics of neuroanatomy, and here it's just one of the components. Nice. So this is the use case of zooming in and zooming out. But let's say, if that's the case, that, hey, you know what? I only care about this view in particular. Now, let's use a different case. Okay, imagine I have this. I want this image now. First, I want to get rid of this one. So I will say delete registry link. Okay. So now I imported this image. I can get rid of the image on the text. And for whatever reason, I only care about the top region. So what I will do is image, zoom and trim, just that. But I want this to be kept always at all times. Then I do image and crop. It creates basically a different image. It will be usually smaller because it's a fraction of the image. But now all of the elements have the same exact image. Now if I do image and zoom, it's the same thing. It's a big difference. This is useful if you have a lot of noise or I don't know, unwanted stuff that you have. Okay, that will be a good example. Let me actually use it. So now I have this image. Let me make this bigger. Okay. Then in this particular case, even if I reuse this image in any other place, I don't want this watermark. So what I'm going to do is right-click, image, and crop it. You say, I cannot crop right away. Exactly. First I need to do the zoom and trim. Then I select and get rid of the watermark. Nice. And then image and crop. So even if I reuse this in any point in my collection, I got rid of the watermark. It's one use case. And then I can do the image occlusions and whatever I may want to do. So as a recap, we have seen zoom and trim, unzoom, and crop. Then I can also clone, and let's say that in this case I only want this part, the digestive system and so on. I don't care about the rest. And now I crop it. Now it's not a big deal because it's a different image. So now if I go to the registry, I have both. I have the complete, well, not the complete, the one that I already cropped, the watermark, and the one that is even further cropped. That's when it comes in handy cloning. That is already a lot. We will see the other options in the next video. See you there.